Hey, fellow tankers, it's Mobius Wire here with another episode of Tanker Talk. I'm just going to be going over what's been happening lately here. But first off, I guess I'm going to announce my stream schedule. Starting on November 27th, I'll be streaming on Fridays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and I'll stream for 2 hours till 9 p.m. Mountain Time. I'll have the link to my Twitch channel as well as my Twitter feed down below. If I remember to check my Twitter feed before a stream, I'll notify you guys ahead of time via Twitter which game I'll be playing that night. I'll stick to World of Tanks for the first couple weeks here, as well as I'll use my Twitter feed to forewarn you guys if something's come up and I can't stream. I'll use Twitter to let you guys know. So 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Mountain Time, so that'll be starting at 6 p.m. West Coast time or 9 p.m. East Coast time. A little later in the evening. I understand that, but I feel it's when it'll be a good time for me, in my opinion, if that makes any sense. My hope is that I can actually play for the full 2 hours and I don't actually get frustrated with World of Tanks and either start raging and or rage quit, because yeah, I do that. I know I sound calm and collected in my videos, but my friends know that when I'm having a bad day and World of Tanks is pissing me off, I can be quite vocal about it. So hopefully I'll be able to contain myself during these live streams. Anyways, on another note, on I believe Wednesday, November 25th, keep an eye out for Ben from Beer Guys and his live stream. I should be joining him on that live stream before I do my own, and I guess I'll live stream that from my own perspective as well. For myself, I'll just be live streaming straight off the Xbox One console for the time being until I figure things out here on my PC. And the heck else was I going to say? I can't remember. Brain fart. Doesn't matter. Anyways, you've probably noticed that I've been shelling out these new tanker tips videos. I want to keep pumping those out because I want to get to the point where I can start doing tank reviews in the low tiers. The idea behind these new tanker tips videos is that I'm keeping them short, within 8 to 10 minutes maximum length, and that includes the minute-long introduction or whatever. And I'm going to do the same thing with the tank reviews. I'm not going to go into things like detailed stats or armor profiles or anything like that with the low-tier tank reviews. And the main point is that I'm trying to bring new tankers up to speed as quickly as possible and show them how they can learn to start playing this game and start having fun with this game as quickly as possible. The biggest premise behind it, though, is to encourage newer tankers to stay in the lower tiers, tiers 5 or even tier 6 and below, because there's several tanks in the low tiers that often get overlooked by a lot of players, because a lot of people are just like, oh, it's all about the tier 10 this, tier 10 that, and blah, blah, blah. That's not true whatsoever. I used to be like that myself, but that was a long time ago. I have long since learned that there is a crap load of tier 8 and tier 9 vehicles that are awesome and fun to play, but there's also a lot of, tier 6 and even tier 4 and tier 3 vehicles that are just really stupid fun to have in your garage. So that's what I'm going to be aiming for with this new Tanker Tips series. I'm hoping that it can help when the PS4 title launches. I'm hoping it can help new players with the PS4 get a good jump ahead in the PS4 version of World of Tanks console, as well as any of you guys that have new friends that are jumping on World of Tanks and they still have only a few dozen games or just a couple hundred games. They can jump in. They can jump in on this, or even if they're brand new players, they can jump in on this series. Learn how to use the controls, tanking terms. Things like that, as well have an idea for some low-tier tanks that they can aspire to research to in a very short amount of time and have a lot of fun with. And the tanks that I'm going to be reviewing in these new tank reviews, I'm going to highlight what that specific tank can teach a newer player to do. For example, the Matilda is actually a good teacher for side scraping in the low tiers. It's actually pretty effective at it. The SU-85B is good at teaching you how to use your camouflage and your mobility as a destroyer to stay hidden and dish out some damage on the Reds. The Panzer I Charlie is a really good introduction into using a scout tank, essentially. And I'll be highlighting that with each of the tank reviews. I'll be saying this is a good tank to have in your garage, not just because it's a good tank and it's fun to play, but it can teach you how to effectively start using your paper armor TD, or using your scout tank, or using your fairly well armored armored boat, so to speak. So that's what I'm going to be going for with that new series. I'm going to pump out a few more of those videos over the next week here, actually. So expect a lot of those to come up in the next couple days, because I want to get to the point where I can start uploading these tank reviews. Apart from that, some more new tanker tips videos coming out. I've been playing the AMX 1390 a lot lately. I just want to record some more gameplay until I have a sufficient amount to make a tank review of the AMX 1390. I'm also playing the Object 140 and T110E5 a fair bit in Tier 10 platoons. So I'm going to start recording some games once I'm at about 70 to 80 games in both of those. And then I'll start recording games, and once I hit about 100 games in both of them, I'll release a tank review. So both of those reviews should be within the next 3 to 4 weeks here, tops. The AMX 1390 review should be within the next week and a half, maybe. So those will be coming up here in the first half of December, more or less. I'm also going to try and see if I can acquire some codes to do a Christmas giveaway for some of my older, I suppose loyal subscribers is the term I'm looking for. I'll see what I can do there. If I can't get any, well, I'm going to apologize ahead of time then. But in the meantime, I'm going to see what I can do. So, as always, thanks again for watching. Your viewership is greatly appreciated. This has been Mobius Y. I hope to see you on the battlefield or in my next video. Tank on.